Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a wonderfully strange but surprisingly effective method for mastering multiplication, and it comes straight from a piece of homespun audio wisdom.
The source for this doesn't waste any time at all. It just jumps right in with this line, and it really sets the stage perfectly for the very direct and kind of peculiar journey we're about to take.
And that's really the big question here. Forget calculators, forget all those memorization drills from school. The source presents this fascinating, if not a little unconventional system that promises you can do just that. So, let's see how it works.
Okay, so first up, the basic premise. The whole thing starts with this really simple idea that your fingers can do all the heavy lifting for you. Essentially, your fingers become this physical calculator. They create a direct one-to-one link between the number of fingers you're holding up and the problem you're trying to solve. It's pretty wild when you think about it.
All right, next up, let's get the basics down. Seeing this in practice for just the first 10 numbers is it's deceptively straightforward.
Let's actually try it together, just like the source suggests. You hold up one finger, you say 5, 2 fingers 10, 3 fingers 15. You can see it right there. Your third finger is literally telling you that 3 times 5 is, 15.
And this quote brilliantly illustrates the certainty that's baked into this method. By the time you get to your 7th finger, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, you've landed on the undeniable answer. The source calls it the truth because the physical process, it just gets you there every single time. So here's the big question, right? What happens when you need to multiply a number that's larger than 10? You've only got 10 fingers. Well, turns out the system has a really elegant way of building on itself.
So you've counted up all 10 of your fingers, you've said 50, and you now know that 10 times 5 is 50. So what comes next? The system has this really clever and incredibly simple solution.
You just loop back to the beginning. It's called the reset. You put your fingers down, you start again with finger number 1, but, and this is the key, you keep that first 50 in your head. It's like a little mental bookmark.
So, let's say you want to figure out 12 times 5. Well, it's one full cycle of 10 fingers, that gets you to 50. Then you just add 2 more fingers, 5, 10, to that 50. 10 plus 2 fingers gives you 60. It's surprisingly intuitive once you actually do it.
Okay, but get this. Here's where it gets even cooler. As you start using this method, you might notice this fascinating little pattern starts to emerge, and it all depends on whether the number you're multiplying is even or odd. So, if you multiply 5 by an even number, say 2, 4, or 8, the answer is always going to end in a 0. But for odd numbers, like 3, 7, or 9, the source says the product knows the code. I love that phrasing. It just means it follows its own rule and will always end in a 5.
All right, let's put this all together. Let's try what the source itself calls a long number. This is where we really see if this whole finger-counting logic can hold up under pressure.
Yeah, the source literally encourages us to push the method all the way to the end. No stopping short. We're just supposed to count this one out, finger by finger, and just trust the process.
So the challenge is to find the answer for 17 times 5, using only this finger-counting logic. Okay, so that means we're going to need one full reset and then some.
And there it is. You do one full cycle of 10 fingers to get to 50. Then you just keep on going for 7 more fingers. 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. You land right on the money, the correct answer. And this single-word reaction from the source just perfectly captures the feeling. It's this strange, almost silly method, and it actually works so well. It feels kind of like a magic trick, but it's just simple, tactile logic. It's ridiculous.
And ultimately, this isn't about some formal, complicated mathematical proof. It's really a celebration of a system that just works, even if its origins are a total mystery. It's just a piece of practical, passed-down knowledge that's both super effective and honestly kind of amazing. And that's really the thought I want to leave you with. This whole method is a reminder that sometimes the most powerful tools are the ones we already have, like our own 2 hands. It really makes you wonder, what other simple truths are out there, just hiding in plain sight, waiting for us to rediscover them and make complex ideas feel simple again? Thanks for digging into this with me.